A Seattle judge is on the clock tonight, tasked with making a decision, the high-stakes legal battle over gender-affirming care for minors.
Spring-like warmth sticks around all weekend long, but we only have one more day of sunshine. We're talking a pattern change coming up.
And we dig into new court documents in the murder of a North Idaho businessman, what they reveal tonight.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight for KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Cody Proctor. Well, it has certainly been a lovely stretch of weather for us recently, and the best looks to be yet to come. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo joining us now tonight with more from the Weather Center on this weekend's forecast.
An absolutely gorgeous sunset tonight, and believe it or not, we have another beautiful one in store tomorrow across much of the inland Northwest. It was beautiful today, and tomorrow looks weirdly similar, just maybe a degree or two warmer depending on where you are. We wake up to temperatures right around freezing early tomorrow, but by tomorrow afternoon, we're talking highs back in the upper 50s, knocking on the door of 60 in many locations. I think pretty widespread, we will hit the 60s, especially if you're just south of Interstate 90. Reason being, still no change in the forecast. You zoom all the way out, you see the ridge of high pressure overhead and the storm sitting off the coast. This one is our contender. The one up in the Gulf of Alaska just lifts its way off to the north and out of the region. But here it goes. The numbers we've all been waiting for. 58 tomorrow. 58, basically 60 degrees, and if we eclipse that high once again, it is likely we're close to 60. 52 on Sunday, and it says mostly cloudy, but I think we go from mostly sunny to mostly cloudy by the end of the day. Chance of showers returns on Monday as we head into a cooler, wetter week.
Jeremy, thank you so much. In the meantime, let's turn now to our other top story tonight. Continuing coverage of a murder of a North Idaho businessman. New court documents reveal the crime was caught on camera. Police say Jason Rook shot and killed a man Sunday afternoon in his own home. KREM 2 Shannon Mowdy brings us the details tonight.
Post Falls police were called to a home on Dorado Avenue Sunday after a woman reported she'd witnessed her boyfriend, Nathan Rogers, murdered on their Ring video cameras. An affidavit shows she and Rogers were living together in the home and had just returned from a Valentine's trip when he was killed. She was out picking up her daughter, she told police, and checked the cameras when Rogers didn't answer her phone call. A camera in the couple's kitchen caught a man in black, gun in hand, enter the possibly unlocked front door around 5 a.m. Police say around 8 hours later, about 1:15, the camera captured a struggle between the masked man and the victim. The video shows the intruder shoot Rogers multiple times. The suspect removed his mask, and investigators say that helped Rogers' girlfriend positively identify him as her ex, Jason Rook. She told them she'd broken up with him in 2023 for using drugs, but he'd harassed her and posted intimate photos of her online. A neighbor's camera also captured a Jeep, which police say matched Rook's car, leaving the home minutes after the shooting.
And that is Shannon Mowdy reporting. Rook is in the Kootenai County Jail without bond tonight. He faces first-degree murder, burglary, and stalking charges. In the meantime now, let's go now to Nightbeat for a quick look at the day's top stories. Coeur d'Alene police want your help finding a man accused of burglarizing several area businesses. Take a look at your screen right here. Police say this suspect targeted 3 different businesses. Each time he asked for an herbal supplement. A suspect then leaves without paying. CDA police say they're looking for a white man in his mid-30s. He has a thin or average build, red or brown hair, and wearing a sweatshirt, baseball cap, and sunglasses. Again, you can see that photo of him right there. If you have seen this man, call the number at the bottom of your screen. An Othello man's been indicted on almost a dozen criminal counts of threats, extortion, and production of child sex abuse material. A federal grand jury returned an indictment of 11 charges against Andre Burgos Silva. He was arraigned Wednesday in a Spokane court. Detectives with the Othello Police Department say he allegedly was in possession of child sexual abuse material involving children as young as 6 years old. Detectives also learned Burgos Silva had allegedly contacted several minors on social media and claimed to have sexually explicit photos of them and threatened to send the photos to others unless the minors sent him more sexually explicit photos. And yesterday, Public Health Seattle and King County confirmed the first case of measles in Washington state this year. It was detected in an infant who's likely too young to be vaccinated. Health officials say the child may have been exposed while traveling abroad. Now take a look right here at the screen. They've been in public at 4 locations around King County since becoming infected. You can see them right there on your screen right there. The 3 medical facilities are notifying people who may have been exposed. Health officials stress the importance of getting the MMR vaccine. People who are fully vaccinated have at least 97% protection against the disease. And that was a look at your Night Beat. For more on any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. Well, a high-stakes legal battle over gender-affirming care for minors is playing out in a Seattle courtroom. A federal judge is set to rule soon on whether to halt President Donald Trump's executive order blocking federal funds for medical institutions that provide this care. An existing pause expires at midnight. Sebastian Robertson with our Seattle sister station spoke with Washington's Attorney General today and brings us more tonight.
Washington Attorney General Nick Brown says he's confident in the arguments put forth, calling the Trump administration's executive order banning gender-affirming care for minors unlawful.
No matter what happens today, this is really a continuing saga to ensure that we have justice for people in this state and all across this country.
2 weeks ago, Washington State successfully argued the court should block that order, and a judge issued a temporary restraining order. The president's order halting federal funding to medical institutions that provide gender-affirming care to individuals under 19 was called a day one priority by the White House. According to the Trump administration, gender-affirming care includes puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and certain surgical procedures.
What we are seeing is recklessness, sloppiness, bad intent, and time again, the president acts unconstitutionally. So I have no confidence that they'll find a way to make what is blatantly unconstitutional look a little better.
Attorneys for the federal government described the president's order as simply an order for agencies receiving federal grant money to make sure they're operating within the law, and called the lawsuit to block it premature. While no ruling was reached, supporters cheered, hopeful a second ruling blocking the president's order is imminent.
And that was Sebastian Robertson reporting. Attorney General Brown says while he feels good about the arguments made, it's up to the judge to decide what will happen next. If a ruling is not made by midnight, the current restraining order expires and the executive order could take effect. Well, still ahead tonight, what does Spokane need? Well, the city wants your answer to that question. Plus, talks of peace turn to chaos. That heated meeting between the presidents of the United States and Ukraine. We're back in a moment.